Good morning, everybody. Let's get into this. What is this? Who put that on my chart? Who did that? And what is that? What is that? Anyways, one of you guys put that on my chart. I know it. You're just not going to admit to it. I'm just joking. Um, let's see here. So we should probably, I don't know. I guess we cover. Boy, that's an odd section of price, isn't it? That one. That's an odd section of price. Most I could say about where we're at right now is like, let's see. Yeah, would be that, we had a 15-minute high here. We didn't have a 15-minute close above it, um, indicating that we have weakness on that guy. That's the most I can say right now immediately. Um, we do have the structure that kind of is flowing in a manner of higher highs and higher lows. That I will agree with. But we are also dealing with a situation where we have, you know, um, a 1% hop up there, and then the love kind of starts to fade, huh? Then the love fades. A little bit back there, but considering there's no close up there, I don't know. It just looks like it's kind of cooling off a little bit. It's Friday, you know what I mean? Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy to expect. Yeah, kind of just like a sweep of the low and then a sweep of the high. Sweep of the low brings back to the high. Sweep of the high. Will it bring us back to the low? We don't know. We don't know. But it's the only indication I have is considering that was the last liquidity wiped, then it's like, okay, let's go grab some more down here. Whatever. That's what I see. I was thinking, yeah, I was definitely thinking this morning. I was like, well, this kind of makes sense to look at that as a break, and look to this area uh, for mitigation, and a short, right? Yeah, that didn't work. That didn't work. That did not work. But I think we need to step out to a blank chart. That's what I think. That's what I think. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. And if it ain't blank, we yeah. See, this is kind of what I was thinking here, um, especially with like yeah, that looked a lot like potential distribution. Tisky little whiskeys. Anyways, remove all these drugs. What do I want to do? Maybe I think probably the 8 hour. It's probably going to be the 8 hour. Yeah, it's probably going to be the 8 hour. Um, so I have been saying this week, but that break still has me a little bit alarmed here. Uh, I mean that's a pretty bearish shine on the chart right there, um, which can be overcome by I don't like that arrow. I want a better arrow. That's a better arrow. This can be overcome in one of two ways. One way would have been to form. This is really like a daily breaking structure. So whatever, we'll go to the daily chart. That's fine. We'll go to the daily chart. Um, so here's a way that that could have been overcome. Maybe somewhere down here at the bottom, we put in two bullish daily candles followed by two bearish daily candles touching the low that created them, and then turn around and crack the high, putting in the opposite of this break. That would have done it, right? That would have done it. The only other way to really kind of overcome that is to take out this high with a daily close. Um, so still kind of up against that right now. And then, and then obviously we had this double top in here and price. Well, now we probably need to go down time frames here. Um, yeah, we already kind of talked about, the stopping point here being that daily order block. But, inside this leg was all, higher highs and higher lows and higher highs and higher lows. And this is still a very, very important low here that hasn't broken on like kind of this external leg here. Um, but once we come up here, now we're doing kind of the opposite, lower highs and lower lows. Um, I still expect that we're going to receive some turbulence out of this area right down here, but ultimately, I mean, I'm just leaning higher highs and higher lows until we get back down here. Like that's just kind of how I'm leaning. Um, I mean, I guess we're dealing with like pretty internal type structure, but if we were to come now that we have touched this low, if we were to come and turn around and crack that high, I'd feel pretty bullish about that. I would feel pretty bullish about that. But I don't think that happens like this weekend anyway. Uh, yeah, I'd feel pretty bullish about that, but that seems like a lot to ask at this point. Let me check the chat. Good morning, Easy Razor and Aaron and Anthony Soprano and Clout with the coffee. Luke, oh, good. I'm glad rewatching that market structure. But I actually rewatch that thing often. Really, I guess more to pick on myself and figure out what all mistakes I made. I found two. It's not necessarily mistakes, but I found two things that I really glossed over and didn't do a good job of diving into. So we'll revisit that. Good morning, Seymour, to the Liddies and Oceans and Jolanda Terzi, which I feel like is a new name, but I also am really bad with names. Really bad with names. Um, so that's kind of like my lean is my lean is that direction. Um, that's where Malene is. That's where Malene is. Melina. What does BTC dominance look like? And do I care? No, I don't particularly care. I'll care when, God, not even then. I'll care about this chart if we clear this high, and I'll care about this chart if we lose uh, this low. Because this low right here is not a confirmed low because the high that created it is left unchallenged. So it's just internal to here. It's approaching resistance. Dominance go down, alts go up. Now I want to see USDT dominance real quick. Take another look at that guy. Okay, so that goes up and BTC go down. Let's get out to maybe the daily chart. So lack of a close above this guy is interesting, but this leg also hasn't broken down. Um, I don't know if I want to draw it like that. Let's draw the more like swing kind of structure. Um, saying that this area is demand, and it may have simply been an initiation mitigation for continuation. So that's like slightly alarming. Well, I guess everybody probably wants to see this chart go down. Um, so maybe that's the best news you can see on the chart. But I can still see potential for upside in USTD dominance. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, top of the morning. Um, I don't know if Alex, my idea this morning, you go look at my channel. That shit didn't play either, homie. Did not work either. Did not work either. News or, yeah. So I, whatever. That's my lean. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I see more downside. What chart is this? Okay. Ba-bum, ba-bum, bum, bum. Yeah, and then this little bastard child of an area right here. What are we going to do about this? What are we going to do about this? What are we going to do about this? Well, we're probably going to have to clean all this shit up or I'm going to be blind anyway. That was a fucking bitchin' trade yesterday. That was a bitchin' trade yesterday. Let me go. Maybe we'll just rebuild on Bybit. Maybe we'll rebuild on Bybit. Um, okay, so we know we got a little. I'm going to mark it all. Which, by the way, like there's order blocks and then there's supply and demand, and I understand that there is a order block inside my supply here. I like to look at the whole things because all the whole things is because I will tell you the amount of times that an order block gets front run from my experience is painful. Um, So we've got this guy up here. Let's relabel that because that I'm going to say is going to go ahead and be a bearish break in structure. I wonder. Okay. Yeah. And so like the same way that I would consider that to be supply, and then that to be like your 4 hour order block within it. Which is cool, I guess, because it's like okay, down. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about how I would suggest a. I don't like it. I just don't like as much as I feel like it. Dude, I feel like it's down. I feel like it's down. Looks like we have another little like that's kind of the end of where the fair value gap would be. That still hasn't been tagged. So I guess let's do maybe this way. Maybe give a little bit of a breathing room because it seems like it's it's been enjoying some of these really shallow SFPs lately. So let's give it some breathing room. And if we run that down to that low, yeah, that qualifies. That qualifies. Okay, so there's one, and that would still support a lower high for a lower low or equal low. Um, so I'm all, yep, yep. I'm gonna look at that. I wonder if, okay, so now that the high that created this low has been touched again, we can now break structure bearishly from this leg at this low, right? This leg here that is putting in these, kind of higher highs, higher lows kind of things. We can break all of that right here. And so since we can break all of that right here, I'm going to say that I don't love this quite as much. I don't love this quite as much, but if we can break this, then we can develop supply in this area. Oh God, it's going to start looking ugly if I do this. So uh, just for, I'm not going to leave this on my chart. Um, but we could develop supply here. And so if we look to retest back into something like that and drive it down to that low, yeah, gosh dang, I would just so hope that there would be some sort of logical structure inside of there. Um, and it's going to need to get pretty deep in it to get to a 3R. So, yeah, yeah, gosh dang, that's going to have to get deep. It's going to have to get deep in there. And then there's part of me that feels like if we lose, well, no, oh, all of a sudden I was like, am I on fucking Bitcoin? Okay, okay. What am I missing? Ah, that's what I was thinking of. Okay. I was like, I thought there was something right here, which there was, but it's already mitigated. Um, yeah, I just don't I as much as I feel like down, like I personally couldn't hit the sell button right here, cover that high and target this low. It's just a little uncomfortable to me, right? For me, it's just a little uncomfortable. And it might work like that, but I would, yeah, for the same reason that it's, yeah, sure, we failed that high up there, but we really kind of didn't really break that low there either. Like on the 15-minute chart, we really didn't break this low as far as I'm concerned. Not well, not well, we didn't. It's somewhere. Yeah, it just doesn't look like confident closes below there or below here. Um, Whatever, you guys get the point. Up there. So for that reason, um, I would like to see the range resolve before I do anything. I'd like to see the range resolve. So like this is a little bit of an idea here, but yeah. Wood along the low, wood along the low, wood along the low. Kind of, sort of, yes. Kind of, sort of, yes. Let's find it. Is it? I thought it was a 4-hour block. Okay, there we go. So we get that 4-hour block of demand. Can we get that? Can I make that bigger? I want it to be bigger. I don't want it to be that small. I don't think anybody cares about what I want, but I want it to be bigger. Hey, here we go. Let's go with that 6-hour one. Um, I'll have to settle for that. Boom, boom, boom. What's that gap? Ugh, so that's like almost a percent gap. I was just thinking like, is there a way we can SFP this low and hit demand at the same time? And that's a little bit of a stretch. That's a little bit of a stretch. But let's go for it. I think what I want to see here. No, no, don't move that. That's right where I wanted it. Um, yeah, I think what I want to see here is I want to see price make it. I kind of want to see price make it to demand and then come back up above this, then reclaim this low. And then I'm still shooting for a lower high out of that zone, a lower high, lower than this high. Yeah, yeah. So like, yeah, I would be interested in the low potentially back up to sort of this kind of stuff, right? Um, yep, yep, yep. All right. Would I long? I mean, I don't think we get there like in the next, couple of days, but yeah, I would long that low. I would long that low for sure. Yeah, I would long that. I would long that. It doesn't need to be so big and loud. So two shorts and a long, and then something for many moons away. I imagine. Let me see what I missed in the chats. Hey, Medlove, Chop City. Yeah, at least I was cheap with one little loss. Good for you. Good morning, Nick. Good morning, Nick. Oh, hey. Speaking of Nick, um, man. Shout out to Jonathan Schaefer. What a dude. That guy, I like. I just wish the best for him, and I totally understand what's going on. But I don't. For anybody who's a part of the Alexo Discord server, a part of the Otter Gang, who doesn't realize like the work that that guy put into the server to get it where it is today, um, like just a lot of respect for him, and you too, Nick, and all the other mods. I wish I could be better at that kind of stuff, but I just want to give you guys some love real quick because um, a healthy, thriving Discord community isn't just about being able to provide technical analysis or guidance to people. It's all about community, and those guys are fucking rock stars, fucking rock stars. So yeah, that's my piece on that. Right, that's my piece. Oh yeah, Alex. I can, yeah. I know from how long I've been in this server how much work and love and care he's put into it. So yes, we love our Jonathan Schaefer's and our Nick Musgraves and many more, many more, many more. All right. So that's kind of that stuff. I think I want to spend just a moment breaking down why I took the trade I took yesterday. Um, this thing here, because it was I'm not gonna lie, it worked out great for my favor, right? Cool. But yeah, it was a little risky biscuits here. I normally I normally don't get that quite aggressive. I'm gonna tell you right now, I really don't. Um, I mean, so it's like I saw like three things yesterday. Really, we were entering fair value gap above this guy, right? And so when I saw this wee little shallow SFP, also the other thing that I was kind of looking at was, again, I use this logic a lot. You see kind of a big, whatever, 0.87. It's large relative to when, we start getting into some of these smaller ones here. Um, it, it'll make more sense if I do it like this. It was this general curving into the high, this kind of curving into there with this super shallow SFP, right? I mean, that is shalalalalo, shalalo. Um, we immediately came down and we broke structure on the 1 minute time frame. Only the 1 minute time frame, and then we left this tiny little so 1 minute order block, right? And when we mitigated that, I hit the sell button and I covered the high. Um, the better, more safer way to do that would have been to wait to break maybe your 5 minute low and get that remitigation somewhere. And then the 15-minute low was down here. And that's where I think a lot of people, we can kind of see that's where people gain a lot more confidence, right? Like you kind of break that 15-minute low, remitigate your last supply, and then it was kaplow. Um, I just figured I'd walk through that and see if anybody, because it does take a village. Yeah, we took that on the live too. I know. I remember. Um, I remember. I remember. Y'all got some of that thing. Uh, I just wanted to. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I wanted to just break down. I guess what my motivations were because I know like Alex took it on the live. I was slightly late to the live. I just missed. I missed what he was looking at. I'm always interested what he's looking at because he's yeah, because I want to know these things because I'm fucking curious. That's why. Um, let's see here. We're gonna go take a pit stop on the link chart. Do a little pit stop on the LNKs. Bump up a time frame or two here. I was one yesterday. I was looking for a remitigation into supply. Up in the top section of it, we receive the very first break, and then we end up smoking the next low. Nice and good. Like we do have some holding here. Yeah, it kind of got into a little bit of a funky area, but we've already this has already mitigated this gap. Next support, maybe you get some love off that low gap bottoms. Um, I absolutely think that this chart still presents in a manner that it could go down there. But I mean, I don't feel too much about the. I don't feel too differently about the Bitcoin chart. If I'm going to be perfectly honest, I don't feel too much differently about that. Let's see how the old soul is holding up. Not so great, huh? Not so great. So again, like this is smoked. It's done. It's done. So I mean, are you gonna hold this low? SFP that guy? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, dude, come on. Pretty please get right on the wick. Pretty please. SFP that guy? I'm gonna say it didn't work here. It didn't work there. Didn't work there. Didn't work there. There was the last semblance of an SFP we had was here. Um, I don't think that looks good. I don't think that looks good. Again, like that kind of sweep of liquidity prior to coming down and sort of losing the bottom of the range. It just seems like expectationally lower highs and lower lows. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Mhm. Yeah, that's what I see there. Um, Entered at 59.44, 59.444. Tell me we going lower on Link, dude. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I see on the link. Was that 59? I don't even know what link sells at. Or the 59,444, is that a reference to link? No, it's not. 59,440. Oh, I wonder if you're talking about BTC. Oh, yeah. We were talking about that thing. We were talking about that thing. I am still in this short right here. I am still in this short. I am still in the soul short as well. Um, because I fear that we have much lower in store for us. Um, I don't disagree with you about a drop on BTC, but it's Friday. I don't expect much out. I never expect much out of a Friday. I really don't. No, I don't. But it's like really local. Yeah, yeah. See, like really locally, um, we kind of like took care of our reasons to. We only have like just that. Wow, dude, Magnet doesn't want to work with me today. I see more liquidity below us right here than I see above us. I just see this. That's all I see right there. Um, so yeah, yeah, and just that again that flow of Yep. 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 Anybody want to look at $8.50 link order set? Where's $8.50? Is that down there? Is that like at the 850, huh? Oh, so you want a little piece of that guy? Um, I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I hope you are right. Um, I, I just can't help but feel that if we come down here, um, it's to take the low. Like a to me a loss of because you do have some demand left in this area. Um, whatever, I'm not going to drive on there, but anyways, you have some demand left there. So if you like lose that demand and this low, I would say that the order flow objective is minimum there. Um, will that hold? I don't know. No, I really don't know. Mm. But not all hope is lost. Price is still in very discounted settings on a lot of assets. And revisiting this low to me, well, revisiting these lows, doesn't matter what chart it is. I mean, I'm sure there's, like Casper doesn't look anything like this, but revisiting lows like this and holding them, uh, to me is very bullish, very bullish. Yeah, to come down, hold this low, and clear this, which can take a lot of time. You can pretend this is the Bitcoin chart, the Link chart, the fucking Soul chart. There's a bunch of them, right? Um, this starts to look like a really great low in that circumstance, and starts to look like accumulation, especially if we get another little mitigation in there. Um, th- this still has the potential to build something that to me is just far, far more bullish. I don't like when we just roll up. That chart's not going to work. Do I have whatever? Give me a random chart. Give me a random chart, and let's go to maybe the 2 hour. Yeah, I don't. It's just when you roll right up from these things, without what I'm describing, will look more like this, right? Will look more like that. When you just roll up from these things, they're not holding. They're just not holding, right? So I want to see. Yeah, I want to see. God, that would be a pretty large accumulation, but that to me would just be so much more bullish to have these charts look like this. I mean, if I see that, it's like, which I know I'm like future casting, like way off, and I think everybody, if they saw that, they'd probably be hella bullish. But I'm just gonna say it. That I would be like, bro, kiss that goodbye, kiss it goodbye. We gonna come up and lay those smackaroonies on it. Um, Yeah, yep, yep, yep. Biggest spot buy on Link. It's one of the few coins that took profit on. Let's go. Let's go. Took profit on it. Let's go. Did That's good. That's good. Good. Good for you. I'm so bad at spot. I'm so bad at spot. I have no excuse. I'm just lazy. I have no excuse. INJ's getting really close to its target. It was it took you on a ride. I saw this break after the initiation above here, and I was like, targets there. Fucking roller coaster, goddamn roller coaster. But it looks like we're gonna get there. Um, but yeah, I don't think, guys. I feel like I'm finished with BTC. Let me go back down, and then we did it on Bybit this time, right? Um, Let me just double check and make sure there isn't anything else that I'm. I was like, yeah, didn't we plan along? Um, yeah, that's it. So if anybody wants to take a look at something, holler at me because yeah, I'm not going to commit to anything else on this chart. I mean, obviously, there's still whatever we put a position up here, but what would that mean? Yeah, see, I'm hesitant. I think yesterday we had a position here. Um, I'm hesitant to put that back onto the chart, and this is why. If that works, I feel like that would be a scalp at this point because you'd be breaking significant structure to get up there. And so, though I would expect turbulence if we literally just came up to there or whatever, I would expect turbulence, but I would really expect a higher low for a higher high out of that. Connect those kind of dots, put that break in above this. I would be expecting, yeah. So that's why I guess we could put it on there and just say, it'd be a little piddly something or other out of that zone. Um, but yeah, that's why she ain't really on my chart anymore. Um, See, yesterday it was because yesterday we were still above this high, and so coming to that and down still supported. That was kind of still in confluence with the flow of market structure. Now we've come too low. Now we have to break structure to get back to there. So I feel differently about that. So yeah, I don't think. May I know what your target on the soul short? Sure, that's easy. Yeah, that's easy. Well, first and foremost, let me tell you that I'm being a snobby, greedy little child on it because it already achieved my target a while ago, which was that was my original target. Was this guy right here? And I was an idiot for staying in the trade past then. I mean, I can look like I'm smart now, um, but when we tapped 141 and came back and broke over that high, I had no business remaining in this trade. No business. I said, give me 141 or nothing. We achieved it. We came back and smoked the high that created this low, and I stayed in the trade like an idiot. Like an idiot. Doesn't matter whether we're at a lower price now than we were on my initial target. That's dumb. Um, as far as I'm concerned, that was dumb. But I like to have fun sometimes, guys. I like to have fun sometimes. So, where's my ultimate target on this? Um, I expect I expect it, yeah, just kind of what that doodle says, right? I expect to receive another lower low for lower high from that zone, and my ultimate target on the soul trade is 109. And I think my only justification for staying in this is because I'm seeing this similar vibe on the Bitcoin chart. Um, so yeah, my ultimate target on that is 109, and that is ultimately, it's because it's the same thing I've been saying about Bitcoin. I fear it has to challenge the low again. So that is my ultimate target. Range and soul is 121 to 163, 188. I wonder if you're referring to like a volume profile or something. No, that blows my theory. Just trying to find your 121. Um, hey, maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe these volume profiles hold. Maybe I'm the big giant idiot. which I should, yeah, whatever. That would teach me a lesson, wouldn't it? That would teach me a lesson. I mean, I'm in profit on the trade. I can't lose money on the trade. No matter what, if I get stopped out, I'm going to make money on it. But yeah, anyways. So is there something that somebody else wants to look at? Because this is about that time in my life where all I can do is flip through random charts or go and look at, stuff that we were looking at that people had asked me. Oh, we haven't looked at ETH. I guess we look at ETH. And daily chart. Can you please share your thoughts on Sui? Yeah, we could do that. We can do that. We can look at Sui. So real quick on ETH. My important low is in it's in trouble, right? Because I see price flowing into lower highs and lower lows. So it's in trouble. It's just in trouble. Does it hold and come back and break that? I don't know, but it's important, y'all. It's important, and it's the same on all these other charts. It's an important low. That's all I can say. It's an important low. You wanted to look at the daily chart on BTC. I'm gonna guess you wanted to look at the daily chart on BTC. That's what I guess. I'm gonna guess you wanted to look at the daily chart on BTC, which is and then we'll do SUI. But let's do BTC really quick. What is this Binance daily? That works for me. Um, my issue with the daily sniper is is this. I was talking about this last couple of days, but here's my issue with the daily chart. Um, we had a pretty clear SFP of the low, which should which indicates weakness at the high, which is cool. But I still just I take issue with when we touch the last point of supply on the daily chart and we begin to retrace. Um, I just take issue with I take issue with this. I realize that we still have let me label that properly demand, but on its first interaction with demand, if demand was still in control, I feel like it should have pushed it above this high. But instead of pushing it above that high, it put in it was about a 1 to 2 hour double top that broke structure. Uh, and I don't see a reason that it should be doing that. I don't see a reason that it should be doing that. On the perpetual charts, I did notice this morning that, like on the perpetual charts, where's my tools at? Here we go. That this daily level did get hit to the dollar on the perpetual charts. I'm almost positive about that. Now, I don't really use levels like this much. I'm not saying that they're bad to use. I mean, this might be a case in which they're really good to use. I just don't. I just don't personally use them. But I swear on the perpetual charts, am I tripping? I thought we were there. I thought we were there. Um, but yeah, anyways, I'm still worried about the daily. I don't think it should have, I don't think it should have done this. Let me go back to the other one I had. Was it this one here? Yeah, see when we lift up out of that daily demand, I don't see any reason we should have. Can we draw today? I don't see any reason we should have double talked here. I don't. I don't like it. Don't like it. Sui. Did we do some stuff on Sui the other day? I feel like we did. But yeah, oh no, there we go. There we go. Where's one with some TA on it? Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. It does not look good. It does not look good at all. Oh yeah, I remember. I remember what I was saying about this. I said, um, this was like a. If we go to the daily chart, let's just do it real quick. If we went to the daily chart and we said, okay, hey, that looks like a nice break on the daily. leaving ourselves a little bit of demand right here. The concern was the weekly, because on the weekly we had valid weekly market structure in the sense that we have four bearish candles, two bullish candles, two bearish candles, and then we return to this high and we fail to close the week above it. Um, that didn't look good. And so my thought on this, let's go back down to maybe the 15. My thought on this was that we really needed to hold this area of price here for further upside, because um, once we get here, we're starting to enter into a big gap of price. And that's not the one I want. I want that one, fair value gap, right? We're 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 just sitting right on top of a big gap, and yeah, and things don't look so great in here. So this demand didn't work. Let's agree with that. That low didn't even hold right there. What all we're doing is lower highs and lower lows throughout this section, and I think we just recently put in a mitigation. Yep, of the last supply range, and came down. And now I will agree with you that that is not the biggest break in the world, especially relative from the break from, say, here to here, whether you're going to count from that low or from that low right there. That was a 6% break. Obviously, we're not seeing that right here, but it still is making lower highs and lower lows and just mitigated supply, and sitting on top of the gap. And I don't suspect you're going to get a lot of support out of this. I think you could get a little bit of motion from this zone here. I swear I'm clicking box and it's not giving me a box. Okay, there we go. Um, I think you can get a little bit of movement from here, but I don't think it's much more than a lower high for a lower low. Um, Sui's in trouble. I think Sui wants 45 cents or so. Is that what that is? 46 cents? Um, yeah, it's bear berry today, guys. It's bear berry. Oh, okay. Let's see. FTM. Yeah, let's go take a peek at FTM. See what that sucker's been up to. See if it disrespected me. Oh, that's right. Somebody was in an FTM long the other day. This is not the. I was just illustrating what their position was. Okay. Um, this time frame's not working for me. That time frame's not working for me. That time frame's not working for me. That's not working. Do we need to go to the daily? The daily's not really working. Do we need to go to the 2 day? All right. Well, let me back down. Let me back down. I had noticed yesterday that it was the demand chain seemed to be holding pretty well, and we were cutting through. Um, Demand was holding its ground over supply. We were cutting through some of these guys. I don't like general consolidation in this area, I believe is what I was saying yesterday. I don't want to see it consolidate at a prior swing low, and it is consolidating. I understand that it's kind of had some initiation above it, right? Like it's definitely initiated above it, but it's like it just ping pongs back and forth. Like it's still consolidating at this swing low. I don't think that's a particularly great look. Um, But I will say this, it's like it cleared this supply and son of a bitch, was it that? Did that do it? Um, let me put it this way. This line's on my chart for a reason. If you lose it, you're breaking structure, and it's time to start expecting lower highs and lower lows. That's the best I can tell you. This is a sloppy junk of an area. I don't see anything directly above it that I love to plan for a trade. I Yeah, I mean, I guess you could. I guess you could long the low. Structure hasn't broken yet. It hasn't given you a reason not to long the low. Um, but for me, this is just the pending boss. Yeah. And given my obvious bias on everything else, um, I think I would just as soon wait until it loses that and then try and short it. It's kind of what I think. It's kind of what I think. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it is. Yep, that's where I'm at on Sue. Or I'm sorry, FTM. I'm going to take a brief break, and really, I'm just going to go to the bathroom. And then, if anybody has another question, please pop it in chat for me because I'll only have time to answer about one or two more okay, questions. Yeah. All right, did y'all come up with anything? Y'all didn't come up with nothing. Y'all can't. Y'all got nothing. Y'all got nothing. Cool. Well, then I will. I guess we'll do some little BTC recapping for those who have arrived late to the stream. I think we got it all on Bybit today, and we'll call this thing. Let's see here. You promised me beer and techno. I know. I know, Mark. I'm letting you down on the techno. It's too early in the day for beer, though, man. You can't be drinking. Well, I don't know where you. I don't know where you are. Maybe you're in the Deutschland. Um, Maybe it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? But not here, not here, not for me. Um, but I apologize for letting you down on the techno music. Yeah, I apologize. Okay, okay. So down to short up until here. After that, we are changing the flow of this. This kind of lower highs, lower lows kind of flow, especially this flow right here. So once you get back above here, we have changed that flow. Yeah, I'm down to short here. I don't think we're gonna hit it. Um, this position here is one more that I would prefer. It's a risky business position. It's one more that I would prefer a loss of this and some sort of retest in it, and then maybe drive back down to this low. I'm looking to long off of that low, but I'm not looking to create a new high off of it. I'm looking to create. I guess we gotta, now that I said that, yeah, it probably can't even exceed this high. Um, yeah, I'm not looking to create a new high off of that low. And um, this is only here for entertainment purposes, because if we get back up there, we will have broken structure to do so. Whether we come up there right from here and break structure, or whether we come down here breaking structure here, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what way you do it, you're going to break some manner of structure to get up there. So your expectational order flow at that point in time should be creating higher lows and higher highs. So I just see a little bit of movement there. I don't necessarily see it creating a new lower low. Um, and yeah, and then, catch me outside for this one. That's all I got for the Bitcoins. Oh no, you touched the like button, bastard. Hey, good morning, Alexandria G. I missed your entry into the chat. Oh, okay, okay, Mark. Okay, 17:30 on a Friday. Yeah, you get it, bro. You get it. You put your clogs on, get yourself a mug, because you can't wear clogs and drink out of a pint glass. That would be weird. You got to drink out of a mug, a stein. You need a stein. Get your stein out. Get your beer and your stein. Yeah, that's where I'm at on here. Yeah, so we'll make a new lows. Well, I mean, considering Sol's proximity to this, you could look to scalp in here. I think you could look to scalp in here, but not up to a new high. You could just look to maybe scalp a little cheese out of that. Um, I just, again, I would not expect a new high out of it. I just expect a little bit of motion there from its ocean. And uh, and I think Link was another one that was on the radar for today. Um, Bastard child, bastard child. Okay, so if it FP's I just wonder if there's like if I can find a sensible re-entry. Always ruining things with highlighters. Always ruining things with highlighters. Nah, nothing I see. Nothing I see. Like maybe maybe this 15-minute candle right here. If we can get a good initiation below this, no SFPs allowed here. Uh, let's see it come back down here, back up into that. Maybe a little re-entry in that zone. I wonder if did Bitcoin essentially form the same thing? Kind of, kind of. Yeah, if we can get cooking a bit lower here pretty quick on Bitcoin, I would say that that's going to align with this. Um, yeah, yeah, that's about all I got. But it's Friday, man. Be careful. When it comes to equal highs in market structure, how does it affect it? SFP, not a boss. Do we just wait for price action to develop further to confirm? Curious what a general rule is. Um, so like I approach these equal highs, the setting, let me put it, when you are actively setting an equal high, you could very well be looking at a trade. Okay, you could very well be looking at an SFP because this low had a job to do. Its job is to take out the high. If it fails its job, it should go back to it. That we that's all well established. But let's pretend that you have um, here semi-equal lows that exist historically somewhere on the chart. The way I look at this situation which again, that was just an SFP. It failed the low, went back to the high that created it, broke the high, blah, 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 right? But when this exists historically on the chart somewhere, I look at this as I prefer them to curve the other way. In this specific circumstance, I would prefer them to be slightly curved the opposite direction. But nonetheless, I look at this as not just one reason to come down here. That gives me two reasons to sweep that, right? That's two reasons there to sweep it. Um, Instead of just one, you have two reasons to go there. That's how I look at that. And then if in a circumstance where maybe you have multiple equal lows, semi-equal lows, then it's like, well, now you have three reasons to go there, which is the case on what chart is it? What chart was it? It wasn't this one. It was what was it called? Was it Link? There's one of them that had like triple lows right at the bottom. See these like semi-equal lows right here. That's two reasons to go back there. That's the way I look at it. I just look at it as double liquidity sitting there. Instead of a single point of liquidity, you have 2 points of liquidity sitting right next to each other. Like these ones right here, these triple lows right here. You don't have one reason to come back to that. You have three. Three reasons to sweep that. Yeah, we did that. Huh? We done did that. That's how I look at that. This, you have one reason to come here. Here, you got three reasons to come here. Oh, Heineken. Yeah, Heineken in the Stein. All right. Well, slow bleed Friday, maybe, maybe. Trust that market structure, right? And trust those. Listen, SFPs don't work all the time. They just work most of the time. All right. I have gone officially 5 minutes past, so I should go be productive with my life. You guys have a good Friday, and yeah, enjoy your weekends. Um, I don't really have much on my books for this weekend, so and I've been wanting to do a follow up on the market structure video to really to better talk about breaks of structure and supply and demand and order blocks. So maybe, just maybe, I hop on this weekend and do that. But until then, until next time, what do they say? What do the cool kids say? Until next time, something, something. I don't know, something. Um, Adios, amigos. I should play techno music in an out song. Just sorted 22%. I'm done for the day. Love it. Love it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I said I was leaving.